So how are you, Gerard? How's your day going?
It's pretty productive. Happy Thursday again. Thank you so much for having me. How are you?
Uh-oh, I'm doing awesome. Thank you for having me. Very, very productive Thursday. It's a good day. Yesterday we had a huge storm come through and knock out electricity. It had 60-mile-per-hour winds, stuff like that. It was crazy. How's your weather going?
We are in the monsoon season. It's rainy, scattered rains, bipolar weather. So sometimes it's sunny in the morning and in the afternoon. It's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. That is crazy. What are we talking about today, Gerard? What
Yes.
are we talking about?
Well, I guess we're talking about, the standard operating procedures for social media, what you can do, or what your virtual assistant can do for social media
Right.
in terms of marketing, building relationships. And if in any case you guys are interested to learn more about how you can work more efficiently with a virtual assistant and how they can grow your business, feel free to visit www.remoteassistantscout.com to schedule your no obligation strategy call. So this call is a 15 minute call with Richard, and you guys can discuss further as to whether working with a virtual assistant is for you or not. Or you can also go to www.talk.com for a strategy call.
That's awesome. Yep. And the really cool thing is it's absolutely no obligation for anything. We're really just going to talk and kind of talk about the questions that someone might have, and we're going to do that today here. A lot of different questions, and what exactly can a virtual assistant do for your business, whether you're a loan officer, a real estate agent, insurance agent. And one of the things that I guess we're going to talk about today, Gerard, is social media and what a virtual assistant can do in regards to helping you with your social media. And I will say that with it being 2020, with what's happening with COVID-19, it's even more important to be everywhere on social media. I kind of look at it as relevance. How relevant are you as a salesperson, or how relevant are you in mortgage or real estate? And even though we're talking about social media and kind of needing to double and triple down on social media right now, and the reason because people are less outside and in public, and they are more in their social media. So as a realtor, as a loan officer, insurance agent, any entrepreneur, sales, you've got to be where the eyes are. And right now the eyes are on their Facebook, their Instagram, their LinkedIn, their Twitter. And so you've got to be there. You've got to be relevant. But I'll say, even with a virtual assistant, like let's say for me personally, my virtual assistant helps me with my social media. I'm still on my personal profile, I'm still going with the old time rule, which is still very relevant, is 80% of my posts are personal and 20% have, I say are business, but I always like to say are business in a cool way. So it's not spammy type posts. So doing it in a cool way. For example, let's say you're a loan officer or a realtor, and you have a closing, take a picture of the buyers and basically post what an honor it is to help, my veterans purchase their first home, that type of thing, where you're inadvertently letting people know, hey, I'm a loan officer, hey, I'm a realtor, but you're doing it in a cool way so you're not spamming. But Gerard, aside from, before I talk about like the daily standard operating procedure, which is a checklist, and then let me interrupt myself. Anybody that wants to get a copy of a standard operating procedure sample that we have, just let us know, comment below, And whether you're on Facebook, the Facebook group, my personal profile, or YouTube, because we're using StreamYard, which is really cool. But just comment below and let us know that you want that, and we'll send that out to you. But before I go into the daily tasks and the things that my personal VA helps me with on social media, Gerard, what other strategies and tasks can a virtual assistant do regarding social media? So aside from daily posts and the daily checklist, let's say, what big projects can they do for somebody?
Well, pretty much everything. For as long as it can be done online. But just to give it quite an idea for newbies or new clients who have had no idea about what are the tasks that a virtual assistant can cover for you, we can start with, customer service, phone support, telemarketing, follow-up calls, appointment setting calls. And, comes along with it is, the email correspondence and marketing, of course, because, for example, if it's part of our standard operating procedure that whenever we set the appointment or whenever we schedule a phone appointment, an office appointment, a property visit, we go ahead and do some email confirmation and email follow-up to these leads, to the clients, to the vendors, to the realtor partners. And apart from that is, of course, email marketing. I mean, virtual assistants can implement your monthly newsletters that's being sent out to your entire database. The virtual assistant could, send out some email blasts for you inside or within your CRM, doing some text campaigns for you. Because how we do it here is usually every Thursday, our process is, we try to send out marketing text campaigns to our databases. So this is something that will be helpful, and putting the word out there that you're in business and letting them know, letting your sphere of influence know, or your database know that you're actually there, ready to help them out whenever they're ready. Either you're a realtor, a mortgage loan officer, an entrepreneur, an investor, an insurance agent. And what else? Managing your CRM. I mean, I know that a lot of you doesn't have any time to really organize your CRM, or maybe you don't have a list of contacts yet or leads, because sometimes it can go, or it can come all over the place. It can come from Zillow, it can come from Trulia, from your realtor partners. So this is where the virtual assistant come in, and they try to organize everything for you. So typically, when we organize them in the CRM, we have categories. So is this a hot prospect, a warm lead, a dead lead, or someone that's interested and kind of in progress? So depending on what your business is, you can kind of like come up with a system in place wherein, the virtual assistant could actually organize it for you. The only thing that, the virtual assistants can do is to suggest some processes, as well as, implement those processes and systems for you. The directive has to be from the client. It has to come from you. So if you don't have a system in place, if you don't know how to, or if you don't have a system or a perfect follow-up system rather, and then, sometimes it may go south. So aside from, I mentioned about phone calls, social media, email marketing, of course, calendar management is kind of included. There are a lot of platforms out there that would make your life easier in terms of sharing your calendar to your virtual assistant. We have Calendly, or you can typically use, your Outlook calendar, or Google Calendar. Blogging, yes, there are copywriters out there. There are, creative writers who can actually do some blogging for you. And, and along with it is, search engine optimization. There are specialized skilled virtual assistants in terms of website building, website creation from scratch, backlinking, and video editing. There's really a lot. And we have this document here that actually highlights the 130 tasks that you could assign to your virtual assistant. And if you're quite interested, feel free to drop your email.
Yeah, that's a good idea. If anybody, just send us a DM or put your email, comment below, and we'll send you that list for free. Because, you know, listening to you, Gerard, it makes me realize again that there is so much that a virtual assistant can do to help a realtor, a loan officer, grow their business, and not just grow their business, but get out there, be relevant, be online. If somebody gets your name for a referral, and they're going to Google you, and you need to be relevant. I know we talked about this last week, but you've got to be relevant. You've got to be everywhere online. So having a virtual assistant do that and do that in the background day in, day out is so important. And so I'm going to just kind of give an overview. And like I said, if you want a copy of our standard operating procedures for social media, let us know and we'll send that to you. But I'll give you an overview of a virtual assistant that works from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. So 2 hours a day, which is a time block, doing social media. And then, like Gerard was saying, making calls and doing other things for the rest of the shift. But with helping with social media. So, and I'm talking about everything from posting on social media, posting to Facebook, posting to Instagram, posting to LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook group, Facebook business pages, and doing postings and then interacting. And when a virtual assistant is, let's say, helping you, support you, doubling you with helping with your social media, you've got to remember that virtual assistant needs to become you, because when the VA is in there posting and interacting and liking, they are you. So you've got to take some steps to ensure that they become you. And so you've doubled yourself with the virtual assistant. And so really the best way to do that is to have, let's say you hire a virtual assistant, Gerard, right? You're going to have that virtual assistant follow you and go through your entire, like, let's say the last month, 30 days, 60 days, taking a look at your profile, seeing how you post, see what kind of pictures you post, see what kind of comments you make, and then take another few days to a week. And when you are doing, you as being the loan officer or the realtor, when you're working on your social media, share your screen with your virtual assistant so they can see exactly what you're doing. What type of DMs do you send? What type of posts? How do you interact with people? So they can kind of shadow you and become you. So first thing in the morning, we have our virtual assistants work on social media. So they're going to, like I said, they're going to post to all the different platforms. They're going to do some commenting. They're going to do some interacting, some liking. We have what we call kind of personal direct messages. So I'll give you an example. My virtual assistant every day looks for 10 past clients, 10 friends on Facebook that I haven't seen in a while that aren't showing up, or really just 10 different people every day that are friends of mine on Facebook, and sending them a direct message. So she'll go to their profile, she'll like some of their pictures and maybe make a comment, and then send a direct message. And the direct message just might be, hey, I was thinking about you, wanted to stop and say hi, hope everything's going well with you and your family, smiley face. So every day those direct messages are going out. Sometimes they do have a call to action. Sometimes they have a, checking on you, seeing how everything's going. If you know anybody thinking about buying or selling, let us know, smiley face. So that's every day, consistently, 5 days a week, those DMs go out. And it's real important when I say consistently, because this is the part that really, really has helped me, is no matter how busy I get, there's days where I just don't have time to be on social media. But we got to remember that that's one of our biggest marketing strategies we can have in 2020, especially with COVID-19. We've got to be on there. So when we're busy and skip a day or skip 2 days or skip 3 days, it looks like we are very inconsistent, and we need to be consistent on social media. So On the days that I'm busy, my social media still gets done. On the days that I am, because I really attempt every day to have an hour to 2 hour time block where I'm working on social media, because I need to be top of mind and upfront with all my past clients, with realtor partners and so forth. So the days that I am on social media and my VAs on social media, I've just doubled myself. So I have doubled how many posts that I make or pictures or giving some sort of value to people. I've doubled my Facebook messages that go out. I've doubled my LinkedIn direct messages that go out. Posting pictures to my Facebook pages, to my business page, and sharing. And I talked about sending the DMs, and then my virtual assistant every day does the birthdays. And here's a quick little tip: redkid.net, redkid.net is where you can make very, very cool birthday messages for your friends, and differentiate yourself, because the redkid.net is basically a website you can go to, and I'll tell you an example of a birthday cake, and you can put in the writing "Happy Birthday, Mr. Jones," if that's your past client. So it's really cool looking. It looks real. You can do the same thing with like a billboard and a movie theater sign, and it's just a cool way to differentiate yourself and do something different. But truth be told, I don't do those. My virtual assistant does those, but it's still me doing it, because nobody except you that are listening to this know that I'm not the one doing it, because it doesn't matter, because it is me and it is sincere from me. So so those are some of the things that the virtual assistant does daily. We also, the list that we'll share with you does include everything else that a virtual assistant can help you with in regards to social media. And I'm talking about more big picture stuff, from building out your entire accounts to ensure that you have consistency among all of them. And when I say building out, there's some really, really simple things that you need to do with your Facebook, your LinkedIn, your Instagram, that when somebody goes to your page, they know instantly what you are, what you do, and what you care about. And when I say what you do, is you wouldn't believe how many Facebook profiles, let's say, that I go to that are realtors, that it doesn't even tell you that they're a realtor anywhere. So you got to kind of just figure it out. And that's really, really important. What were you going to say, Gerard?
Yes, that's right. I mean, I've had one client from Remote Assistant Scout that, we assisted them with the internal Facebook account audit. And that client didn't say anything on her profile that she's a mortgage loan officer.
Yeah.
So this value that we give here for you guys, that if in any case you're moving forward, if social media marketing is not part of your marketing plan, if you don't have time doing social media, and then, hiring a virtual assistant would be the perfect plan for you. Number one, because you could hire someone for, $4 to $5 in an hour. And it's not like you're having this virtual assistant work right. Like on a full-time shift for you, it could be like 2 hours or 10 hours per week. Right. And the good thing with this is, apart from the recruitment, we do some training with your virtual assistant. We provide resources. So what are the resources? So this is a 3-month worth of content, social media content, but this is just, for now, dedicated for loan officers. And as well as, the internal audit of your social media pages, so your personal page, as well as your business page, as well as, we do training for your virtual assistant for the daily social media marketing tactic that we found very effective for mortgage loan officers. And if we're gonna, discuss the price for this, it's a $3.99 value, but this is for free for you guys. It's included in the package of, of us finding that virtual assistant.
Yep, that's awesome. And I know you just went over a couple things, but literally updating and building out your entire profile, your bios. It's the same thing. Your website bio, if you're a realtor, your HAR bio, your website if you're a loan officer, your bio on all the different platforms, they've got to be consistent. People have to know what you do and what you have a passion for. and that's helping people. That's bringing in business. That's bringing in referrals. And not just that, but building out your logo. If you need a logo, and like if you see the logo in the video right now, that was done on Fiverr, and a virtual assistant had it built out. It's the same thing with your personal logos.
No, I'm sorry, but that logo,
You made that
logo.
Okay, so your virtual assistant can make that because it's really not. It's okay. I don't know how easy or how hard it was for you to do it, Gerard, but for me, it was very easy because it just got done. You did it. And so in you know, with our partnership, we do that on both sides. But when you have a virtual assistant, your virtual assistant is your partner, and they get things done to make your job easier and to make sure that you focus on your money-making activities. Because, you know, I talk about this all the time. I never, ever want to be without my virtual assistants. And they help and support me in ways that help me grow my business. And so it's a win-win, because wouldn't you say, Gerard, that probably all the virtual assistants that you connect with, loan officers and realtors and so forth, they don't want to job bounce and they want to stay where they're at, and they want to help build the team and build the business of where they're working, right, as a team member. Would you say that? Would you agree with that?
Yeah, so virtual assistants really, looking into having a stable job opportunity. They want something that's long-term.
Right.
And that is the most common goal of virtual assistants nowadays, because, the reality is, virtual assistants can be let go anytime soon, or just, literally anytime. And that's the reason why, virtual assistants nowadays have this mentality that if I help or partner with my client in terms of, helping them growing their business,
Yes.
and then, we grow too, like, financially and in an employment standpoint.
Exactly. And, I always kid around, but it's true. I wake up and have nightmares sometimes that all my virtual assistants quit because that's how much I count on them, and they're part of the team, and they help grow my business, and they help me have more freedom. And just like Gerard said, your virtual assistant feels the same way. They love being part of the team. They love the money that they make at the same time, but it's a partnership. So just to jump back into social media, we talked about all the different platforms and cross-pollination with the daily content and so forth, and then scheduling content and being consistent with it. I was talking to a loan officer the other day, Gerard, and his the main thing that he wanted his virtual assistant to do is something that years ago you used to do for me. And I'll give you an example. He's doing a lot of videos and recording videos that he wants to get out there. And so I'll give everyone an example of years ago when Gerard was helping me as my personal virtual assistant. I would literally record a video, and then I would upload it, and Gerard had an entire list of things that he did. He set it up on an email campaign so it was sent out. He set it up on YouTube. He optimized it. He posted it to Facebook. He posted it to Instagram, posted it all over the place. So he got that out, edited everything automatically. So when I was recording the video, it only took me a couple minutes, and then I could get back to talking to buyers and, working on building my business and, money-making activities, being in front of people. So I focused on that, and everything else became automated. So I was talking to a guy the other day, and that's what he's looking for, somebody that can take care of all of that in the background, so he's not spending time. Because what happens in our business, I think, Gerard, is we start a strategy, and it takes so much of our time. It's taken us away from what we need to do to actually close loans or close transactions, that we stop doing it because we get busy, because it works. And then when we stop doing it, that's what we end up if you've ever heard of people in sales, they have roller coaster business. You've got to stay consistent with all of that. And when you get super, super busy, you can't stop posting to social media. You can't stop your videos. You can't stop your other marketing strategies. You've got to have someone doing that, and it becomes automated. It's 365 days a year. No matter how busy you are, it becomes automated. So that's real important. So I think we covered pretty much everything, Gerard. Well, no, I don't think we did. There's like a ton of stuff. We could sit and talk for hours, but if somebody has a question for you, Gerard, or for myself, that pertains to hiring a virtual assistant, what would you like them to do?
Yes, you can go to www.talkwithrichard.com and schedule your strategy call. It's no obligation. It's just really more of discussion and assessment as to what you need at this point, and if in any case, with a virtual assistant is for you and your business.
Yep. And if you go to remoteassistantscout.com, you can see two things on there. And it's set up right now for loan officers. But obviously, we help hire virtual assistants for realtors, insurance, financial advisors, many other industries, entrepreneurs. But we did put on there some of the biggest mistakes that really I've made, and I've seen so many others make. So you can kind of read through that, and then kind of an overview of tasks and projects and things you can have your virtual assistant do. So check that out. And we are coming up on the end of the show today, Gerard. It's been awesome. It went really, really fast. Again, we love to give away value and at no charge, because we are here to give you value. So if anybody wants, you can send a DM, you can comment below, you can let us know, you can log in, whatever you want to do. Just let us know that you want the free standard operating procedure, complete list of social media tasks and things you can have your virtual assistant do, another complete list of all the different strategies, programs, tasks, things that others have had great success with having their virtual assistant do to support them. We'll send that to you too. So thanks for your time today, Gerard.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. And we'll see you guys next week for another round and for our next episode. And we're probably going to talk about the frequently asked questions about hiring a virtual assistant.
Awesome. All right. Y'all have a great day.
Thank you. Talk to you later.